Hundreds of thousands of protesters are set to march in Hong Kong to denounce the city's leaders and demand universal suffrage as the region marks its 16th anniversary handover to China. Organisers say Monday's march, in which protesters will be waving British colonial-era flags, is expected to attract more than 400,000 people who will take part in the annual Rally for Democracy. The rally comes amid concerns in the southern Chinese city that Beijing, which regained control from Britain in 1997, is increasingly meddling in local affairs. A widening income gap and soaring property prices will also drive the march as protesters focus their anger on Leung Chun-ying, Hong Kong's unpopular chief executive. Al Jazeera's Scott Heidler, reporting from Hong Kong, said the pro-democracy protests had begun with tens of thousands of protesters marching into the central part of the city and braving the typhoon weather conditions. He said top issues they want tackled were the right to vote, the resignation of Leung, and narrowing the wealth gap, the difference between the haves and have-nots. But the protest could be threatened by Tropical Storm Rumia, which is expected to bring adverse weather during the afternoon when the march begins. Jackie Hung of the Civil Human Rights Front, which is organizing the march, told the AFP news agency that the protesters' main goal was to push through for genuine democracy and to ask for Leung Chun-ying to step down. Government officials refused to speculate on the numbers expected to attend the protest, which goes from the city's Victoria Park to its financial district of Central, and strive to play down mounting public anger. No matter how many people come out, we will humbly listen to their views, Paul Chan, a development minister, told reporters on Sunday. Early on Monday, China's national anthem blared as the Chinese and Hong Kong flags were raised outside the Harborside Convention Center in a ceremony to mark the 16th anniversary of its handover to China. A small but rowdy protest took place near the ceremony, with demonstrators burning a photograph of Leung and pushing and shoving with police. The July 1st rally comes after a survey published by the Hong Kong University found that only 33% of Hong Kongers took pride in being a Chinese national, the lowest level since 1998. Leung was appointed by a pro-Beijing committee last July, promising to improve governance and uphold the rule of law in the territory of 7 million people. Hong Kong reverted to Chinese rule in 1997, ending more than 150 years of British administration. Although part of mainland China with semi-autonomous status, the city's 7.1 million residents choose their chief executive under a system called small circle election that excludes many would-be voters.